Hi, I'm Liz Parker-Kuhn, Senior Editor, Candy Industry Magazine. Today we're talking with the gummy candy company Katjes, and we have Yvonne Hauf and Lejla Granov with us. Thanks for being here today with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Pleasure.
For my first question, what are some consumer trends and behaviors in the gummies category?
So maybe I take that one. I think generally speaking, the gummy category itself is trending, I'd say. So what we experience currently is that there's a huge growth in the gummy category. And I think it also stems from the fact that just compared to maybe other categories like chocolate, it's a very fun and playful category. There's loads of variety in there, so it's really interesting for the consumer. And then I also think there's just more buying occasion maybe to it. So you could buy a bag for yourself and indulge in it yourself, but then you can also go and buy one to share with your friends maybe for the next movie night or whatever. So there are just so many buying occasions to the product that we really see a growth in the category itself at the moment. And if we look to trends within gummy, I think one thing that we've just seen globally all over in all countries that we are also having business in is the sour trend. So there's a huge appetite for sour and tangy products at the moment. Which is super interesting. And then one other thing that we've been experiencing also globally is this appetite for global foods or flavors, especially like European candy, like trying candies that are not as present maybe in the home market. So that has been also very, very big. Like there has been an ask for that as well. And we have been part of that trend as well, I would say, with our products that come from Germany. So we've seen that rising demand in that appetite.
Okay. And then you just talked about this a little bit, but can you talk about like flavors, ingredients, nutrition profiles, buying and consumption occasions, things like that?
Yeah, I would say, like Layla said, I would say nutrition wise, obviously the trend is going towards clean nutrition, less sugar, specifically in the States. There was a time in Europe and in the UK as well where we had like low sugar and no sugar variants, and that is on the decline. So we've actually seen those brands and also the SKUs vanishing from the market because I think the candy, maybe candy preferences in Europe might be more in, okay, I know I buy sugar, I want to buy sugar, and then I indulge in sugar, and then I eat something healthy afterwards. Whereas in the US, you really see that demand for low sugar candy still. Um, and then I would also say vegan. Vegan has been uh, vegan and plant-based, and I mean you can probably not read it in the back, but we believe that the future is plant-based. So like that demand for vegan variants, vegan gummies, yeah, vegan chocolate, candy in general has definitely risen, and we were at the forefront with our gummies when we launched our vegan products back in 2010, actually.
Okay. And my next question, you also kind of answered, how does Katya's work to keep up with current consumer interests? You just mentioned that you guys went vegan in 2010 when you launched.
Yeah, I would say so from our side, how do we keep up with current trends? We travel, travel, travel. Like everybody on our team, they're always out and about, and brings back new trends and inspirations from other countries, other markets, what they see in other categories, but also obviously digital media. We've got our media experts within the company that are always on top of what's going on and what's being shared, what's going viral on social media. And yeah, other than that, other categories probably
Yeah,
too.
I think for us as well, just to try to be first movers and just be the first ones in the gummy sector to launch something. We look to other categories that are just very fast paced, like beauty or fashion. So very, very different, but still there are ties that you can make. And I think that's always super interesting to have a look at that as well.
Okay. And then how does the company keep their finger on the pulse of emerging consumer taste trends as well?
I would say that's exactly how.
Yeah.
So everything that's emerging, if it's coming from, let's say, Asia, from Korea, or if it's a trend that we see in South America, or emerging in Europe, and then we're bringing it to the States, or vice versa. We go to shows. We really search the web on a daily basis, and not just in one market, but really globally. We've got people everywhere. I think that's how we try to, keep up with emerging trends, and try to be the first ones launching them in the gummy segment.
Okay, sounds good. And then have there been any notable innovations in the gummy category that you've been seeing lately?
Yeah, so I think apart from what Yvonne already mentioned, which is vegan and plant-based foods, generally, I would say is a big, big thing. We also see a trend that we call kind of multi-sensory experiences or gummies. So it's all of these things that bring two maybe very surprising factors together, or several surprising factors together. So let's say you have a hard candy shell, but then a very soft gummy center, or you bring together sweet and spicy. So you've got the chili, but also the sugar in the product. So things like that, I think consumers keep looking for more and more as well, just because it is that exciting. It brings variety. So I think that is also a big, big trend that we see kind of coming up and people looking for as well.
And then I mean, you've seen that trend for better for you variants out there. So I think consumers really want to go for better for you products, but they don't want to compromise on taste or texture. So the real challenge there is to offer a product that is, delicious and that you can indulge on, but in a way, on an ingredient base, it's better for you. So it might have less sugar, or it's vegan because there's no animal byproducts in there. The gelatin made out of ligaments and bones and skin. And if you have the choice to have and enjoy a candy that is made without any of that animal stuff, and it tastes just the same as a regular gummy, I think that's really what we see consumers are looking for more and more now.
Okay, makes sense. And then do you have any recent or upcoming gummy launches to share? I know you just released your Wild and Free gummies.
Yeah. So very excited about that launch, just because it brings a very new texture to the US and to the regular shelves in retail in the US, which we're so excited about. But are experts on in Europe already. So all the markets that we're in, this type of texture is among our top products. So we're really excited to bring it to the US now. And we think it's a really cool product theme as well that we've introduced here. So this is definitely something that we're pushing right now, and that we're really loving internally as well.
Yeah, very excited about it.
Yep.
And there
might be another product.
Another product coming up soon that we can't reveal any further, but at Sweets and Snacks, we're gonna introduce a new flavor to the US market as well.
Okay. I'll have to look out for that one. And then my last question, what are your personal favorite Katjes products to enjoy?
So I personally really like sour. So the Katjes sour product I love and indulge in on a regular. So I would say that one is my favorite.
And I'll have to say it's the Wild and Free. It's it really hits my sweet spots because it's very fruity and it's very light and it has that foamy texture, so I can just like keep on eating that without even noticing. So no, it's very nice.
Okay, sounds good. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but thanks again for being here with us.
Perfect. Thank you so much
Thank
for having
you.
us again.